everybody, it's Miss Lorenz here. I'm going to talk about Unit 2, Lesson 9. This is about constant speed. This is a really important concept in this lesson because you're going to be doing a lot of problems with constant speed, both this year in 6th grade, but also in 7th grade when you do 7th and 8th grade math, and of course in 8th grade. So let's talk about, and you'll notice that as I go through this, I'm doing it in a bunch of different ways. All right, so in the first one we have Lynn and Diego, and they both run for 10 seconds, each at a constant speed. And a constant speed would be like if they were on cruise control, and so they're going the exact same speed the whole time. Lynn ran 40 meters and Diego ran 55 meters. Who's moving faster? Well, that of course would be Diego, because we don't even have to really look at the ratios here, because if Diego's running 55 meters in the same time that Lynn is running 40 meters, like obviously Diego's running faster if he went further in the same amount of time. How far did each person move in 1 second? So you'll see what I did here is I turned 40 meters for every 10 seconds into 4 meters for every 1 second. And I did that by just dividing both of those numbers by 10. Over here, Diego runs 55 meters in 10 seconds. And so I divided both of those by 5, and I got 11 meters every 2 seconds. And then I went one step further, because what I really want, you guys, is I want to get per 1 second so that I can really compare both Lynn and Diego. And so I divided both of those by 2 so that I got 5.5 meters for every 1 second. Han ran 100 meters in 20 seconds at a constant speed. Is the speed faster, slower, or the same? So I just took 100 meters divided by 20 seconds. I know that I can divide both 100 and 20 by 20. And so 100 divided by 20 is 5. And 20 divided by 20 is 1. And so that means that Han runs 5 meters for every second, which falls somewhere between Lynn and Diego. It's slower than Diego, but it's faster than Lynn. So in number 2, Han ran 10 meters in 2 7/10 seconds, and Priya ran 10 meters in 2 4/10 seconds. And so who ran faster? Well, again, just like that last problem, we don't actually have to really do much with the ratios, just make sense of it. So if they both ran 10 meters and it took Han longer than it took Priya, then obviously Priya is faster. It took less time for her to cover the same distance. But then in the next problem, we have to figure out how long it would take each person to run 50 meters. And so what I did here is you can see I put 10 with the 2 7/10 for Han, and then I'm trying to get to 50 meters, so I'm multiplying the 10 times 5 to get to 50. But if I multiply the 10 times 5, then I also have to multiply the 2 7/10 times 5, and I get 13.5 seconds is how long it would take Han. I did that same thing with Priya. So again, this time I'm multiplying both of these by 5, so 2 4/10 times 5, and I get 12 seconds. And then that makes sense. We know that she's running at a faster speed because it took her less time to cover the same distance. And so then that would make sense that if she continues at that same rate, that it's going to take her less time to cover those 50 meters than it would take Han. In number 3, we're looking at a double number line problem, just to kind of review that from the last few lessons. So this one's about a scooter, and we had to figure out the speed of the scooter per second. So right here where it says per second, that's where we're getting our unit rate, our distance per 1 second. And to get that, I knew that in 2 seconds the scooter would go 30 feet, so I just divided both of those by 2, and I got 15 feet per second. And then I completed the double number line, and you can see how I did this here with the arrows. I went from 1 every time, but you wouldn't have to. You could go from 2 to 4. There's different ways you could do it, but I just went from 1 every time. And to get to the 3, I multiplied that times 3, so then I multiplied 15 times 3. To get to the 4, multiplied that by 4, so then 15 times 4 is 60. And then to get to the 5, 1 times 5, and then 15 times 5 is 75. And then the skateboarder travels 55 feet in 4 seconds. Is it going faster or slower, the same? So I just did 55 feet per 4 seconds. And there's different ways you could do this, you guys. I wanted to get the unit rate so I could compare it. And so I divided it. I divided 55 by 4, and I got 13 3/4 or 13 and 75 hundredths. What you could also do is you could have cut both of these in half, right? 55 and 4, and so then we know that for every 2 seconds we're going to go 20. What would that be? 27 and a half. Is that right? Yeah. And then you could cut that in half again and get 13 and 3/4 for every 2 seconds. So different ways you could get that. But the next one, we have a cargo ship that travels 150 150 miles, nautical miles, in 6 hours, and we had to figure out the 1 hour or the unit rate. And so I just divided 6 by 6 to get 1, and then I divided 150 by 6 to get 25. So it's 25 miles per hour. And then the last one, we're kind of reviewing those recipe problems. We have 150 grams of flour per egg, and you have to figure out how much flour is needed for 6 eggs. And so you can see here that I'm multiplying. I always want you guys to rely on your multiplicative understanding. So 150 times 6, because I'm going to multiply 1 times 6 to get 6 eggs. So then I'm going to have to multiply the 150 times 6 to get 900. And then how many eggs are needed for 450? So this time I know that to get to 450 from 150, I have to multiply by 3. So that's my factor I'm multiplying by. So 1 times 3 gives us 3. All right. Hopefully that helps a lot. Thanks for listening, everybody.